Hey, good looking. What up, fish tank ninjas? What we got right here is Livestock Lowdown, the series where a friend and I talk about a coral, fish, plant, or invert and the care needed to have them thrive in your tank. Today, the fish we will talk about is none other than the Mandarin Goby. But strangely enough, it's not actually a goby. It's a dragonette. In the wild, ladies and gentlemen, these balls of fun can be found in the waters of the Philippines and westward of Australia, slowly cruising the reefs, paying little attention to other fish, often found in pairs or even in groups of other Mandarin gobies. This fish right here is reef safe and non-aggressive to other tank mates, unless two males are housed in a small aquarium. They are arguably the most attractive saltwater fish in regards of both coloration and personality. The blue-green, which waves into orange lines across its scaleless body, in playful, flirtatious manner, when paired off, make it easy to see why this is such a sought-after fish in the hobby. Males can be a bit larger in size and reach up to 3 inches in length. Also, you could tell they're actually a male by the long pointed dorsal fin. Females are a bit smaller though with a rounded dorsal fin. If you're lucky enough to have a large established tank, you may actually want to consider getting a pair of these dragonettes. The courting ritual of these fish is like no other. And, believe it or not, they are one of the handful of fish that have been successfully bred in captivity. Though, the average hobbyist most likely won't be able to experience raising the young. Seeing the mandarin swim cheek to cheek and dancing throughout your tank is well worth it. Feeding, however, is where things get a little bit more difficult with these amazing fish. They are relentless at hunting pods. And if there's not a large established population of pods in your tank, this dragonette can quickly starve in your aquarium. For these reasons, it's important to wait. It is key. Key to take the time and actually make the effort to establish a pod population. You also want to limit the number of tank mates that will actually feast on these pods. There are alternatives though. You may want to wait for your population of pods to populate, or you could actually go in a more expensive route and find an online vendor that actually sells the pods and manually add them to your tank often. Or you could just do what I would do and be picky when selecting your Mandarin Goby. I suggest finding a Mandarin Goby that is tank raised and eating prepared foods. I cannot stress this enough. This is not an easy thing to do though. But I have seen it happen and actually have a friend that has trained his Mandarin Goby to eat frozen food and pellets. If you haven't guessed it by now, an established tank is more important than the size. But a tank size of 30 gallons is commonly suggested with the temperature of 74 to 84 degrees Fahrenheit, with a lot of live rock for hunting. These guys are extremely hardy and very resistant to parasitic diseases. The secret, guys, and I'm going to tell you a secret, is to find a healthy mandarin to start with. If you see your mandarin eye pale and half buried in the sand, do not worry, odds are it's just sleeping. But what do I know? I've never kept a Mandarin Goby, but my friend Joe from Reefing for Dummies has. I will let him explain how he managed to prep his tank and successfully keep this dragonette.
What's up guys, welcome to the video. My name is Joe and this is my 75-gallon mixed reef tank behind me. Now in today's video I want to be talking about my Mandarin dragonette. So when I first got started in the hobby about 2 years ago, when I went to the fish stores and saw online, this was definitely one of the first fish that I wanted to get. I think they just looked so amazing with the color. They're so bright and vibrant. It's definitely one of the fish that I wanted to get. So I did a lot of research on it online. So what I found, a couple things, is you want to have a well-established system to keep these guys. And I actually didn't add mine until 8 months after I had my tank established and set up. So It was well established when I added the Mandarin into the tank. For a few reasons. They won't eat any fish food that you feed them. Some people have reported that they are actually getting their Mandarin to eat certain types of eggs. And I don't actually feed my Mandarin, but what I did do is, when I first set up the tank, I did purchase copepods and amphipods, in which I basically fueled the system and tank with them and allowed them to populate inside my system. So that way he's able to eat these guys throughout the day. And if you saw in the earlier video, you could see that he's basically going around the sand and the rocks, basically feeding off of these amphipods and copepods continuously. And that's all I pretty much do. I don't feed him or anything. And he's been, you know, up and going and in my tank for almost a year now. So it's definitely been working for me, and he looks healthy and he's swimming around every day. So I haven't had a problem. A couple of things that I did do is I have a lot of live rock in my system for, you know, copepods and amphipods to hide and breed. I also have the deep sand bed, you know, above 4 inches of sand in my aquarium. This allows sort of organisms and bugs and worms, you know, that breed inside the sand, which then allows him to have food that way. Another thing that I do is in my sump I have a Refugium, which I'm going Shado, and it has, you know, kind of slow flow through that, which allows, again, copepods and amphipods to basically breed and multiply there, so that everything in the display tank can be eaten. And this way, this is gonna, again, refuel and the population in my display tank. So that's my experience with my Mandarin Dragonet, and I've really enjoyed the fish. I really like him. I think he's amazing. If you guys have any questions about how I keep the Mandarin, go ahead and leave that down in the comments below. I'll go on and answer those.
And that's the end of the video. If you haven't already, make sure to check out and subscribe to Reefing for Dummies. This man has one of the best mixed reef tanks I've seen on YouTube. Hit that like button if you found this video useful. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you actually had a Mandarin Goby or plan on getting one. Don't forget to subscribe. I got videos coming at you every Sunday and every Wednesday. While you're at it, make sure to check out some of the past videos, and don't forget to do amazing things like make a world out of raindrops and call it Rock Nation. Till next time, guys, tank like a boss, cause you're a boss. You boss.